Yo, what up, Internet? Welcome to Bricks and Beer, episode 81. Cheers, everybody. Welcome back to your mom's favorite podcast about Lego and beer. Tonight's beer, today's beer, wherever you're at. The Dankful IPA, Sierra Nevada, generously hoppy. It's 2020. It's November. That's spelled with two V's. That'll be relevant. But that being said, here in America, we have a silly holiday, which I feel like is one of many holidays that we have where it's like there was a bunch of bad shit that we did, and now we're just gonna have a thing and that'll make up for it, right? So Thanksgiving, I guess, is a thing. That's a long way of me saying that Thanksgiving's a thing. I don't know. Be thankful. Be dankful. I know what you're asking about the beer. How dank is it, Andrew? Dank as fuck. It's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. I think I've reached that point now in the season where I've moved from the hazy IPA, like tropical fruity summertime, to like full bodied, like let's just get hoppy with it, motherfuckers. Full IPAs. I noticed I've been drinking a lot of different IPAs. I was drinking this one earlier, the Stone Delicious. I don't understand the upside down can thing. I don't get it. This is much better. Right side up label. So the Dankful, it's good. It's fucking solid good. So it's November. It's cold here. I have some fuzz on me, live, uncut. What's hilarious is like I could edit this out, which maybe I will, but God damn it. Anyway, you're welcome, Internet. It's been a long time, right? So let's do this. Number one, I think the beer's delicious. If you're here for beer knowledge, if you like Sierra Nevada, you're gonna like this. It's great. Number two, let's talk about the episode. Let's talk about the show a little bit, and then let's talk about the episode. So November with two V's, theme months. This is like the third theme month show in a row, right? So we had September, we had Mechtober. There's Marchy Coma and February and Droneruary and like all these other dumb, they're not dumb, but they are dumb theme months where it's like, hey, here's the thing. They all started because of one, and it's November with two V's for Vic Vipers. So we're going to talk about that. And because it's 2020 and it's November 2020, we got a special guest. And he can't be here in person because COVID and time and space. But you know what? It's like, here's the thing. My wife earlier asked me this question. She was like, Andrew, do you think people want to watch your friends? And I was like, yeah, definitely they want to watch my friends. Like, and she's like, oh, well, yeah, they're your friends, and your friends watch this because, you know, it's a small community, the Bricks and Beer family here. And I was like, yeah, and also, I don't care. So with that being said, who better than to talk about fucking November with two V's than my boy, your homie, my favorite Canadian, our boy Aaron.
Yo, welcome to Bricks and Beer. Northern connection? I don't know. I don't know how Andrew does this so often. I've been standing at the screen for about 5 minutes trying to figure out what to do and what to say. Your mom's favorite podcast about bricks and beer. Tonight's beer, today's beer, whatever's beer. It's the Phillips Blue Buck Ale. This is what I've deemed my residual self-image beer. If I were in the Matrix and I were to think of beer, it would be this beer. Oh, that's a shit pour. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, this is a local beer from Vancouver Island. If for anyone who's wondering who I am, I'm Aaron. I'm the fifth Ninja Turtle. I'm up here on Vancouver Island in Canada. And why am I here? Other than drinking delicious beer. Oh, yeah, that hits the spot. Couldn't we all use a good beer right now? Weird times, weird times. Yeah, why are we here? Another month, another theme month, but it just so happens to be my favorite theme month. For those of you watching in the future, it's currently November 2020, the year 2020. And yeah, it's November with two V's. That means Vic Vipers. What is a Vic Viper? Andrew, I'm sorry, I'm going to make you do a little bit of editing. This is a Vic Viper. But if we want to go on brand, we're going to say that this is a Vic Viper. Vic Viper, it's a fighter from Gradius, classic shmup. And for well over 10 years, probably about 15 to 20 almost, the community's been building Vic Vipers. Vic Vipers, how do you build a Vic Viper? Luckily, I believe it was Tim Gold who came up with this nifty little infographic here. That's it. That's all. That's all you need. Three things. Three things. Still, to this day, people have trouble with those three things. They're up there. I don't need to tell you any more about it. Nobody should really need to be told any more about it, but that is a Vic Viper. So yeah, we were talking about Vic Vipers, me and the boys, and I'd mentioned, I thought it'd be fun to like hop in on the Bricks and Beer channel and share some love for fighters. We can't really talk about Vic Vipers without talking about two guys. Peter Morris, this guy. Not the guy inside, but the guy who did this. This is the cockpit box. It is about the smallest you can get while still comfortably holding a minifigure. There's my little Canadian space guy. We're very on brand today. So this is the cockpit box. In the lead up to November, I built one of these. And then I built three. And then I built two more. That's the thing about the Vic Viper is it's very simple. It's very easy. It's very quick. And to get the ball rolling for the month, I want to throw a couple of these together and just bang out some Vipers. That's the nice thing about a Vic Viper. Fighters in general is you can just pump them out pretty quick. It's like the small sets that Andrew loves so much. Small builds, like one sit builds, or half sit builds, as it were. Because one evening, hanging out with the boys, build a bunch of these, and cranked this puppy out. Here we are, first bit of original content. This is the Batman Viper. You can see three things. It's got all three things. Yeah, it's not bad. It's Batman. Swoosh is good. That's a very important part about Vic Viper is that you can swoosh it. Fits a fig. That's not really important, but I'm like Jeff. I kind of like figs. And yeah, that was cool. But it was still early, hanging with the boys, and I decided let's do another one. So using the same cockpit box, I had this little guy. I kind of fucking dig this one, like the forward swept. Yeah, little sand blue action. Fits a fig. Three things. That's all you need. Yeah, like two quick builds in the span of an evening. Honestly, these guys, they're bound for the bin pretty quick. They're going to end up in the wall. It takes a lot longer for things to end up in the wall than it does for Andrew because I hate to sort. But yeah, I kept them around. A little show and tell, little original Lego content. Yeah, so that's Peter. Peter, Peter is half of what makes the November Vic Viper challenges what they are. The other half, this guy. This guy. Nen. What do we want to say about Nen? Nen's probably one of the greatest space builders that we've ever seen. And, you know, you can ask people about it, and not many people are going to disagree. He was one of the most creative individuals. He just cranked out the most like polished, clean, creative builds. He was a man of very little words, well, at least in Flickr comments. A whole lot of emojis here and there. But yeah, I remember having a couple discourses with him back in the day, and really sort of had an effect on me. And 10 years ago, 2010, says it right there, he left us well before he was meant to, tragically, suddenly. And I think it was BrickCon 2010. We had the memorial fly-in, builders from all over the states. People mailed stuff in from all over the world. Vic Vipers, we did a missing man formation, and it was pretty cool. I still think of him. His photo stream has been kept and is going to be kept in perpetuity on Flickr in memoriam, which is a pretty cool thing. Yeah, he was a pretty cool guy. And in my deep dive into like Flickr and like history of, I was sort of thinking about other space builders and other builders that, you know, had a cool impact or really were a positive force in the community. And one guy came to mind, our buddy Paz. This guy. He's the one without the stupid man bun. Pascal, what can you say about Pascal? Pascal's rad. Pascal's got this like dope fucking style, real simple, weird colors, weird techniques. After Nen passed away, he took it upon himself to edit and make the Viper map every year on Flickr. I don't know if they still do it. Everyone would post a picture into the group, and then he would edit the backgrounds out, and he'd make a map of every single Viper made that month. And that's a lot of work. I'm sorry, Pascal, for the number of shitty photos that you've had to edit and color correct of mine. And I know this isn't really going to do much, but I had to do an homage to my boy Pascal. So this is the Paz Viper. It's weird. It's got lots of weird color combinations like trans purple and dark tan. Weird little spermy tail. But I feel like he would dig this. Pascal, if you're watching this, I love you, homie. Join the Discord. We miss you, bro. So yeah, this was about 2 nights of building, mostly just because he's got a tough style, man. It's very clean, very minimalist, and you'd think, oh, there's like, you know, less parts, it's going to be an easier to build, but that is not the case. So this is the Paz Viper. Got to give it a little swoosh. So builders that I love, homies that I love. My boy Andrew, I love you, bro. You're my homie. You're my boy. Like you said, we're cut from the same cloth. You know I wasn't going to leave you out of this. Let me take a nice big sip of beer. So I made this. What is this? This is dark red. This is small. It's micro scale. It's aggressive. And not only that, it comes in a squad. This is the Andrew Lee Viper Squad, the AG Lee Viper Squad, the Ono Sendai Viper Squad. It's got a swoosh handle, because swooshing, very important, very important. You're not going to be able to see that. Yeah, Andrew, I love you, bro. Thank you for letting me ramble on in front of my camera, and hopefully you don't lose a bunch of subs or viewers. But yeah, I made these for you. You can see 3 things. That's all you need to know. Couple other builders. Well, one more builder, and then kind of burying the lead on this one. Pete, Mr. Reed, Mr. Neoclassic Space. I don't need to like throw any links. If you don't know, just look up Pete Reed, look up the Exosuit, look up Neoclassic Space. He, out of the blue, reached out to me online and was like, hey, your stuff is cool. You know, you're cool. You should hang out. We should, you know, get drunk, talk Lego sometime. He's all the way across the pond in the UK. That is yet to happen. It'll happen, dude. It'll happen, bro. I promise. But yeah, he reached out to me. We sent a bunch of messages. I was working on some Neoclassic Space stuff. He gave me lots of like inspiration, tips on rules, regulations, the figures, what color figure goes where, which seems to be a weird topic to debate in the online Lego community. What does the green guy do? What does the orange guy do? What does the pink guy do? Pink one, that's moral support. So Pete, obviously I had to do Classic Space. So this is the LL422. A long time ago, Pete, when he was doing official designations for Neoclassic Space, he let me have LL420. And then I did an LL421, which was a Neoclassic Space Vic Viper. And then this is the L422. It was the spiritual successor. What can you say? It's small, it's compact, it's swooshable. It's got room for a fig. It's got classic cockpit console in there. Makes me so happy. One thing Pete was big on, well, greebles, but that the underside is as important as the front. So, look at that shit. Oh, yeah. So, no one's ever going to see that because I pop out live, uncut, unedited, the landing gear and pop it down, and you'll never know what's going on. This is how it's going to sit on the shelf with my other Neoclassic Space stuff, probably next to Pete's Exosuit. And yeah, I think this one's, I'm keeping this one together. I'm pretty happy. It swooshes really well. It's got a pretty good swoosh handle. For anyone who wants a closer look at any of these, I'm probably going to be doing a spam post on my Instagram. There, that's me at Toy Store Lackey. Maybe I'll throw a link in the description as well. But yeah, that's the LL422. I think we'll keep that one together. So, I buried the lead. Nan. I'd pour some of this out on the floor, but carpet's in the Lego lab, so that's not going to happen. But this one's for you, homie. Yeah. Nan, trying to do a Viper to pay homage to Nate. That's a tough one. A couple of years ago, I did a Vic Viper based on one of his builds. This is mine. This is his. It was all right. It read pretty well. I was pretty happy. I did not want to ape or try and rebuild or recreate his style, because like his style, you can't recreate his style. His style was incredibly clean, but incredibly varied and creative. There's like hundreds and hundreds of builds out there. And it would feel like, you know, wearing your dad's clothes. They don't fit. So what did I want to do? I had been holding on to this decal sheet. This decal sheet. from this set. And this was a pretty cool thing. I think it's possibly the only time that a Lego builder had ever been referenced in a Lego set on the decal. I thought that was pretty cool. I'd been holding on to this decal set for almost 10 years now. Since I got it, I knew I wanted to save it. And yeah, it was from the ADU, I think it was Alien Conquest line. So I had a color scheme. And I set forth for the remainder of the month to build a Viper in that colorway. I opted to go a little more traditional. See, they get a little crazy, they get a little simple. I kind of wanted to do something a little more traditional, a little more similar to what we saw in Gradius. Without burning the lead anymore, we have the NoVVember. So ADU colors, we got the dark blue, we got the light blue, we got a little bit of the regular blue, we got the regular blue and a little bit of the light blue. It's all centered around this decal right here. Viper says Nen on it. I'm pretty hyped on how this turned out. She's a big boy. Like, she swooshes, and I'm gonna pull it off the stand and swoosh her around. Fits a fig. Got a nice little cockpit going on in there. This is the new X-Wing cockpit. First time I've used that. I was pretty happy. This build, I felt like it deserved a little more. So I gave it sort of a fancy, set her there. So I gave her fancy UCS style stand. If you don't know, that's Nen. Now you know. So here we are. Three things. It's got those three things. That's all you need to know. Yeah, pretty pleased. I think he would have dug it. You never know. He might have thrown up an emoji in the comments. He might have said this, which would have been pretty sweet. That was probably the highlight of my Flickr Lego experience, was that one word from this builder. It feels good. It feels kind of cathartic to finally use that decal. Feels pretty sweet to like finish this, make a nice stand for it. This one I think is staying together. Have a place of pride, might bring it to a convention in some years, maybe? I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? But yeah, here it is. It's the NoVVember. Swoosh. You got a swoosh. Yeah. So pretty stoked. I want to thank everyone for sitting and listening to me ramble about Vipers. Dude, I've been doing it for almost 20 minutes now. Geez. Time flies when you're having fun. Yeah, this has been my November experience. It was fun. November's not over. If you're watching this on release, go build a Vic Viper. Three things. You know what to do. All right. Without any further ado, I'm out. I'm going to throw it back to my homie Andrew. All right, peace.
Cheers, bro. Fucking, that's a good time, right? Who doesn't love Aaron? Everybody fucking loves Aaron. And I especially love that he contributed and he did all the hard work, because I don't really have to explain anything to you guys. It's like three things. That's it, right? That's it. That's all you need to know. So yeah, that's episode 81. Peace out, guys. Psych. Now, I'm going to give you some original Lego content as well. I mean, I can't help it, right? So yeah, fucking NoVVember, dude. Vic Vipers, dude. It hits me in the feels, man. Like, actually watching Aaron kind of go through that shit, you know, it gets me a little bit. Nen was a fucking incredible, spectacular dude, and I feel like we could do a big giant retrospective episode. Like we could go deep, and there's no amount of models I can show you guys that's like really gonna kind of hone in on his contribution to the hobby and really like how he changed the game. It's really wild. It's really wild. So his whole approach was very different than the rest of us, but aesthetically and then logistically as well. So he was a big fan of the clones and the mega bricks and the heresy and the kit bashing and the painting and the he wasn't brand loyal. He was a totally different kind of artist than anybody had seen. And it's we had seen people do like quote unquote custom Lego shit before, and it was always terrible. It was never fucking well done. And this dude was a professor of design. He was a accredited dude. Like did what he did, produced what he produced for a reason. He was a very, very talented individual who knew what the fuck he was doing. So it was crazy. So it was like super inspirational. So I have a very like deep history of Vic Vipers. Like fucking I started trolling through Flickr because of this. Like I don't even touch Flickr anymore, but like goddamn man, 12 years ago I made kind of mediocre Vipers because of that dude. Look at that terrible type. It's awful. And then, me and the homies in the golden age of Fradel and Paul and I hanging out in like '09. I did this wacky fucking group of Vipers, which was like crazy. It was like, there was a white one. It had panels. It was supposed to be like Exo-4C. There was a black one. There was supposed to be kind of like the super serious one. This was like the Blacktron 2 one. This is the one that I built out of my parts in my collection that I spent some time on, and then I hung out with the homies, and we built silly ones. Like, look at this fucking Aquazone one with those big crazy door panel things. Like, those are fucking wacky as shit. And then, there was the T-Rex one, which, to be honest, all the gimmicks, this is probably the best one. Shout out to Fradel. These are his T-Rexes. Also, I'm just cribbing the Blacktron 2 cockpit at this point, so it is what it is. And then, we got Big Red. This one's got giant boat holes because Fradel had 2 boat holes, and I was drunk in his living room, and I was like, we're gonna Vic Viper some fucking boat holes together. So good. Here's one with like custom decals. I think I called this one the Thirsty Fish. It was pretty cool. Fast forward another year, I do a group. Key part of this one is the gray one is entirely clone. It's all Mega, which is super cool. Mega Blocks and clone brands in general is an interesting conversation to have, but in particular now, as it's coming along, I feel like the conversation has changed a little bit. There's also a teal one and like this blue yellow one that's pretty cool in there. And then Lemmy died too, so I built him a Vic Viper, Ace of Spades. Here's like a Cobra one, so that's pretty cool. So I've done the Vic Viper thing, I guess. And I continue to do it, man, because like even it's one of those things where like it just kind of checks all the boxes. Like it's super easy. 3 things, super easy. But when you just fuck around with like Playbrick and stuff, like it's a nice cathartic release. So I built some Vic Vipers, of course, because it's November, and I guess I'll show you them because I can. And what else are you guys doing? I'm assuming that's what you're here for. So first one up, as Aaron says, I love me some micro scale. Here he is. Focus, motherfucker, focus. Fuck it. So there. He's micro scale. He's got some cute engines. Oh, he exploded. Live, uncut. This one is all Mega Blocks, except for this little jumper tile up here. Not because they don't make that jumper tile, just that I didn't have one in the Mega Blocks bag. So we got to talk about this Mega Bloks bag. This one. So I got this bag full of Mega Bloks parts. And it's like the choicest of Mega Bloks parts. Because I know a dude that's like one of us. He's an A-full. He's been having some conversations with Mega. And they're an interesting place. They don't know we exist. That kind of seems to be the general gist I get. But, like, this could be cool. It could be cool. It's not quite there. The compatibility issue is the big deal breaker for me. Because they have all these amazing parts. Like, they have all this bar clip system stuff that's super sexy. But the tolerance is just slightly different than Lego, which is like, it's the bluesiest of blue balls, man. It's not cool. The other thing is, they have a phenomenal micro ball joint selection. Like, there is so much fucking interesting male to male, male to female, like everything, male to stud, ball joint to stud, ball to ball. None of this works with the Lego stuff, so it's a heartbreak. But it makes it easy for me as a somewhat purist to kind of keep this separate. However, our dude, none. He was not. He just wanted to pursue cool shapes and cool patterns and cool colors and make cool swooshable things for his kids and super fun stuff. So this is the first one. I love these tiny little fins. Look at these little fins. They're so great. And then I got this one. This one's exclusively Mega. And you can see the emphasis on the dorsal fin. A lot of motherfuckers forget this. They get 2 of the 3. They somehow forget the third part. So this is your mom's chunky friend. That's what I'm calling this one. Look at these fucking awesome exhaust ports. Super cool. I would actually like to paint this. I'm going to show you one more, and I will tell you why I would like to paint it as well. But we're short on time, folks. So, here's the one. Here's the real one. The one that has a swoosh, because the swoosh is the all-important part. This is this year's Vic Viper for me. My real Vic Viper. It's fig scale. It's got a snake lady. See? Vipers and vipers. I heard you like vipers. I love this canopy. This is the Speed Champions canopy. This is the back canopy is also a Speed Champions canopy, but it's like so good, man. Just look at that fucking perfect curve. So rad. And then, of course, because this is a Vic Viper in the full traditional sense, it's got some things about it. So it's got some Mega Bloks. You can see, you got some 1x1 grill tiles there. Well, what's up with that? That doesn't exist. That's not Lego. It's got these super cool textured 1x3 bits. Yeah, that's not Lego. That's not Lego. And then, oh, these shooty bits. Oh wait, are those snot pieces? And shooty bits all in one? All in one? I know, it's crazy. Look at these tiles. Oh, so good. So good. And then look at these photon torpedo tubes. There we go. There they are. That's also not Lego. So much not Lego. Look at how smooth he is on the bottom too. It's like you need your Vipers to be extra smooth for the swooshing. I think that's a critical part about the whole Viper thing. Is it's got to go fast, man. Like they're based on side scrolling or overhead scrolling shoot 'em up spaceship video games. So They got to be loaded to bear with weaponry, hence the missile pods, and then we got some missiles as well. We got some big missiles, because you got to upgrade. You get plus ups as you level up, and then I forgot a bit, but it's okay. Magic of the internet. So you see this? This is like what I would normally do, right? So what this is an inverse slope with a cheese slope with a 1x1 half pin in there. Reverses stud, leaves a tiny, some would say horribly unsightly gap, like a thing that drives certain people insane. I'm looking at you, Zach. I'm looking at you. So, what do? Well, we can't have that. We can't have that on the Vic Viper of 2020, right? That's right. Change it up. Change it up. We do some dark arts, some magic, some voodoo, and we make a new part. So that's my new part. Just for this build. So I don't have that unsightly gap. So that incredibly important dorsal fin. I mean, like, how hard is it, guys? That's what you need. So, I guess that's it. Fucking Vic Vipers are rad. I'm posting this now. You've got, I don't know, some days before it happens. Yeah, man. Like, what the fuck, man? Who knows what's gonna happen in the future? Here's the thing that I'm gonna fucking leave you with is that dude Nate was super cool to me all the time, and to the point where he wasn't an asshole about things. Cause like I'm a kind of an aggressive dude, especially in the early days. Like, I don't know, goddamn 12 years ago when I was on the internet, a young buck, being me, I was really excited about him. And he left me a comment, dude, and he was like, hey, man, my boy's learning to read. Chill out. And it was kind of like, it was the first time that somebody elicited Rule Zero at me, where it really like hit home, where I was like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't be an asshole all the time. So anyway, I guess it's a weird note to go out on, but build some Vipers. Aaron, my homie, my Canadian brother from another mother. Fucking solid work. I always love to have you on the show. I wish you could be here in person, obviously. That would be the best. But 2020 is a weird fucking year. So be thankful. Be thankful. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Wear a mask. Don't be a dick. Be safe. We got more. The boy Morrow was actually going to hustle and, show off one of these for us, but I already tapped him for the next one, so more to come. With that being said, fucking to the future, boys and girls and robots and people. I hope it's good to you. Thanks, everybody.